This is KGW News at noon.
It's just devastating to see those little babies, little children, and looking at mothers who you don't have to understand the language they speak. You just see in their eyes the pain.
President Biden in Europe today talking about the human toll as more than 3.5 million refugees escaped the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Most of them have fled to Poland. And today, Mr. Biden met with Poland's president. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. Poland, a NATO ally, has welcomed those refugees, allowing them to work, go to school, and receive health care. But the massive influx is causing a strain. For example, 300,000 refugees are now living in Warsaw, and the mayor of that capital city says it can't take any more people in. Tomorrow, President Biden is set to meet with some of those refugees. He'll also deliver what his national security advisor described as a major address, calling on the free world to stand united against Russian aggression. Today, the president spoke with U.S. troops at a military base in Poland, thanking them for their service. This base is less than 100 miles from where Russian missiles struck a Ukrainian military post earlier this month. Well, people here at home say they are determined to do whatever they can to stand up for Ukraine. We found this group in Cedar Mill at the corner of Northwest Cornell and Murray, waving signs and flags to show they care.
It just touched me so much what they're going through, and then Zelensky asked us all to come out in our communities to let our governments know how we feel about the Ukraine situation. So here we are in Cedar Mill.
To stay up to date on the situation, you can text the word Ukraine to 503-226-5088 or go to kgw.com/Ukraine. That'll take you to our website for more on the relief efforts and the latest on the invasion. Now to an update on a story of a mass shooting in Portland last month. The man accused of killing one person and shooting 4 others during a protest made his first court appearance yesterday. Benjamin Smith faces murder and attempted murder charges. He pleaded not guilty. The shooting happened in Normandale Park in Northeast Portland on February 19th. Someone in the crowd shot back, wounding Smith, so he was in the hospital recovering until this week. A Portland bar has become one of the first in this area to offer test strips that detect fentanyl. That deadly synthetic drug is especially dangerous because often people don't even know they're taking it. Catherine Cook talked to the nonprofit that's getting the tests out to bars all across the country.
At Star Bar on Southeast Morrison, customers come and go. They get a drink, they have a good time, they keep moving. But now some are pressing pause when they see these at the counter. They reach for one, knowing that what they do with these fentanyl test strips could save their life.
It's harm reduction, that's it. It's not condoning it.
Bar owner Josh Davis started offering these for free about a month ago. So far, he's had about 160 takers. In Portland,
we are the first bar, yeah.
It's part of a bigger effort to make these strips more accessible. The tests are designed to detect fentanyl in pills, letting users know what they have.
I don't feel like it should be controversial because fentanyl is an issue. It's the #1 cause of death for people age 18 to 45 in this country right now.
We just don't think it should take a coroner to tell you that there was fentanyl in the pill you took.
Dean Schold and Allison Heller started FentCheck, the nonprofit providing Star Bar with their test strips. Based in Oakland, they're a big reason why you'll find test strips all over the Bay Area now. They're also working with businesses in Philadelphia, New York, and now Portland.
This is a call to action for Portland. If you are a venue, we want to work with you. No venue is going to come off as a druggy bar if it's all of us together.
FentCheck gets their test strips from Canadian manufacturer BTNX. They cost about $1 to make. To cover that, they ask partnering businesses to make monthly donations.
Every single one of our volunteers has a friend, a roommate, a coworker, a colleague, or struggled themselves. This was not a problem 10 years ago.
Now, it's a deadly epidemic, killing adults and kids. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid often found in pill form. It's up to 100 times more powerful than morphine. Narcotics experts say counterfeit fentanyl pills are mass-produced on the black market, and you never know what you're going to get.
No, that first line could kill you.
Back at Star Bar, Josh Davis hopes these test strips will make a difference for his customers. It's why he also keeps Narcan behind the counter.
This hopefully gets us to the point to where we never have to use the Narcan, but both are there to save lives.
In Southeast Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
The latest numbers from AAA show Oregonians are paying $4.72 a gallon for gas. In Washington, it's a penny more at $4.73. Prices in both states are 50 cents above the national average, and that's causing people to think about buying an electric vehicle. Devin Haskins is here now with more on that trend, and Devin, dealers say they can't keep up with demand.
Yeah, Brenda, one dealer I talked with said their vehicles are on a 3-week waiting list. The reason? Due to the high demand for EVs plus a chip shortage, meaning dealers are pre-selling vehicles as soon as they become available. And this spike in demand, it really took off last year. Oregon doesn't track electric vehicle sales, but instead electric vehicle registrations. Back in 2002, there was only one. Jump ahead to 2021, more than 10,000 vehicles were registered just last year. They ended the year with more than 46,000 registered in the state. Oregon residents can also get rebates when buying a new electric vehicle, and depending on your income, that rebate could be as much as $5,000. General manager at Beaverton Nissan I talked with says buyers are now less hesitant about buying an EV.
I think it's just the way that the world's going, and manufacturers are all talking about bringing on a ton more electric vehicles onto the market. People are more receptive to it, and then with gas prices and the changes that we're seeing happening, people are just starting to go for it.
Now, he also said Nissan has a new electric SUV coming out in about 4 months. People are already putting down deposits on that one before it even hits the market. Brenda?
I bet. Yeah. Devin, thank you so much. Okay, as we cruise into the weekend, let's head back to the Weather Center. Check in with Rod for an update on our forecast.
I like your spirit. We're cruising into the weekend. The finale of spring break week, of course, for Oregon. Cloudiness has been really thin. Quite frankly, it's been thinner more consistently than I was expecting. So we'll call it partly cloudy outside right now. It's really quite nice. Rain has stayed away, basically being well out to sea. And even at the coast, there's been some brightness. There's Cannon Beach, a few people out walking on the coast. Looks like the tide is out right now. 50 degrees, so right, that's not bad. Wind southwest at 11. Here's a look at, you can see the mid to high level clouds, a little grayer here than downtown Portland. This is looking off from Stoller Family Vineyards Estate, the live camera down there in Dayton. They're at 53 degrees, and here's downtown Portland. We've been actually quite bright throughout the day, and we're up to 57 degrees, so easily up into the 60s. We'll probably hit 60, 61 at the top of the next hour. 65 or maybe warmer this afternoon. Yesterday, 65 was the high. We started off much colder in the morning, though, than we have, and we'll still be comfortable at 8 o'clock. Yes, there's still a rain chance for the weekend. Are you going to find the rain? Most of you won't. The rain chances like that. We'll have that forecast coming up, Brenda.
Nice. We'll see you then. Thank you, Rod.